Hi-ho there. This is Kermit the Frog. George Schlatter have asked me to do this thing so as to talk you into putting the show onto television.
But he's done this documentary, 14 hours of stories. He got everybody in the world. He got like Tom Hanks and Berry Gordy and Clive Davis.
Wow.
And,
Berry Gordy, that's a good one.
Yeah. See, what he's got, what he's managed to capture is the fact that my whole career is put together with a series of accidents. And those accidents added up to a lot of Emmys. Mm-hmm. But we took chances.
25 Emmy nominations.
I realized what a wonderful and exciting and funny career it has been. Ups and downs, a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
He's touched 70 years of entertainment and just about everybody in it. And in fact, our very first interview that we did was Lionel Richie.
He was the guy that kind of, when you can put all of these various personalities in a room, you have to be something far beyond just spiritual. George figured out how to do that, and I think his masterful tool was humor.
And they're so close, Lionel calls George his white papa. So, you know, his documentary, which was going on a year and a half now, but we're finally rounding it off, started with such a remarkable person, and it gave stories about George and how when Lionel came to Hollywood in the late 70s, early 80s, that he really looked to George to, you know, codify this new place. And he said George knew exactly what was going on. It's just, these people here will eat you for dinner. Mm-hmm. You have to be fluid. You have to be, you know, able to fold up the tent, but also stay at a permanent place. And George really, you know, has done that for everybody. Everyone we've interviewed has literally said that George changed their lives.
First time I remember meeting George in real earnest was at a Marty Short Christmas party. You'd come to those things. George was sitting there thinking, how do I sign these people? How can I get that on TV?
He's one of the brightest what?
Producer, director, writers, and he's just not gentle. You know, if you're looking for a companion, go somewhere else.
Wow.
But because he can bench press a Jeep.
I used to work for the Centers for Disease Control. I was the creative director of the Office of Smoking and Health.
Wow.
So we dealt with a lot of critical issues.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I learned by fire that, you know, things have to be said, they have to be done, and they have to be right. You can't afford that. With this guy, his story is so vast, so elaborate, that we have chances to really flow and get a lot of good things.
Grammy Awards. Nobody would do the Grammy Awards. Nobody knew what it was. So we developed a show called Best on Record. Mo Austin, lovely man who's working with Sinatra. He said, if you put those awards there, I'll see if I can get Sinatra to come in and introduce the show. It was the first thing that made the Grammy Awards acceptable. Normally you would sell a documentary and then you go out and produce it. No. See these arms? He's got arms on him like...
You have to cut that, George.
He's got arms on him like fire hydrants.
Look at that.
So we do it first and then we'll take it out.
I've never seen anyone so impressed with another guy's arms. I mean...
No. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
Guns.
Look at that.
Take it to the gun show.
I got legs that size.
Don't act like
You're
you're
not
not
going to argue with
impressed.
him. You're not going to argue with him, right? No, because he could hurt you. That's just shaking hands.
Wow.
No
So
kidding.
I do whatever he says.